Hey there, it's Dr. Jim. Thank you for stopping by. My topic today, teaching employees to be sensitive to aging and communication. Big one. I have a whole series on these. Teaching employees to be sensitive to aging and blah, blah, blah. Emotions, mobility, incontinence. This one is about communication. I've always heard that one skill that you and I and everyone else can improve on in our lives is communication. Some of us talk. I talk for a living. But some of us talk at each other, not to each other or with each other. Communication is actually engaging in real, meaningful interaction. Learning to better communicate with older adults, especially if you work with them, you care for them, is absolutely necessary. You have to know how to communicate. That might be your greatest skill, regardless if you're a nurse, an administrator, a physical therapist, so on and so forth. So if you do work in senior care, if you're caring for older adults in their homes, in hospice, this is essential. It really is. But beyond this, good communication is just the bedrock. It is the foundation of healthy relationships. And in other words, it's a must. So what are effective communication skills? Learning to become an effective communicator is absolutely critical for healthcare professionals like you. These skills involve verbal, nonverbal, as well as written communication. You know, I've always taught, I used to be a college instructor, and whether my topic was gerontology, sociology, psychology, anthropology, whatever it was, I always stressed to my students, learn how to communicate, learn how to write well, and learn how to critically think about things. And if you put those skills together, you will most likely be successful in anything you go into, okay? So when it comes to verbal communication, you can start by assessing what the older adult understands and how they actually communicate. We all communicate differently. We all hear things differently. It's important to use words that they are going to understand and to use words that they normally use. There's no need for medical jargon or terminology, and there's definitely no need for slang that they might not understand whatsoever. Good communication means we're using the same playing field of words and language. So it's equally important to take your time and not be rushed when you're communicating with an older adult. And they are usually in no rush whatsoever. So make sure that he or she understands what you're trying to say. Now, nonverbal communication, on the other hand, can be equally as effective as verbal communication, and it can be a great way to convey your messages. This includes facial expressions, body movements, posture, how you position your body, eye contact, other gestures, touch, your tone of voice. All very, very important. Nonverbal communication can be especially effective with older adults who are experiencing cognitive loss, hearing loss, Alzheimer's, neurocognitive disorders. So positive nonverbal cues can also maintain, a smile, positive, nonverbal, a trusting and therapeutic relationship. So, just as I can learn to communicate better, I can keep talking about this topic for a long, long time. I'm Dr. Jim. Take some time to think about how you communicate with older adults and work on improving it. Until next time, I'm Dr. Jim Collins. I'll see you soon.